Hi there, my name's Tracy. I just thought I'd say hello. I haven't done a video for a while. It's been a little bit crazy during lockdown. And what I wanted to share with you was a video about orbs. Now, you may or may not see some orbs whilst this video is recording. What I found is when I'm doing Zoom calls and I'm using the video, so not just audio, the people that I'm working with suddenly seem to lose the ability to talk, or they suddenly stop in the middle. Oh, there's one now, look. And what happens is that they see these orbs that are all flying around, and it just completely distracts them. Of course, I find it quite funny because I'm used to seeing these orbs all the time. But for them, it's quite a new experience. So an orb is basically a spirit entity. It might be your loved one, like your nan or your granddad or someone. It may just be a spirit guide coming in, or it may be a passing spirit. So if a soul has passed but not crossed yet for whatever reason, then they would appear as an orb. Now, people always say to me, why do they come as an orb? Why don't they just turn up and look like my gran? And the reason for that is that this is our physical being, and we don't look like this in spirit. When we're in spirit, we are just pure energy, and our form is as an orb, okay? And so if you were to pass away and your soul goes to heaven, or whatever you want to call it, your soul will recognize the other souls, and so they don't need a physical form. And so you would just automatically know who that soul is and all the lives that they've had with you. Now, when I do a reading for somebody, if I sat there going, right, I've got your gran and she's this lovely ball of energy and she wants to send her love, I'd probably just get lots of funny looks. So when they come to me in a reading, those loved ones will appear in physical form, in human form, and they will give me the characteristics so that I can say to you, right, you know, I've got your gran, she's 5'4" with dark hair and so on. So there's different guises that the energy comes in, or the energetic being comes in, depending on what's going on, all right? And so for some reason, the orbs mostly appear over this side. I haven't seen any more pop across just yet. And really what happens is, the more we talk about spiritual stuff and the more the energy builds, the more orbs will come in. And years ago, we did an evening of clairvoyance, which is where the medium stands at the front and passes messages round the people in the room. And we started videoing it. And the longer the video was on and the more messages the medium gave, actually, the more orbs there were. And you know those bubble blows where you sort of go and all the bubbles come out, or you can get those machines? It was a little bit like that, because it just seemed like there was maybe one or two bubbles, orbs, and then suddenly there was loads. And the whole of the film was just covered in these orbs. And the skeptics out there will probably go, oh, you know, you've got dust on your filter, or whatever their logical reason is. But it was just so great to see that as the energy in the room built, more and more loved ones came in, and those orbs just multiplied, and there was absolutely loads. And so as I'm talking to you about energy and spirit and loved ones, that will bring in the energy around me, that will raise the energy in this room, even though it's got great energy anyway, because this is my reading room. And it just will produce more and more orbs. And I did a session with a lady yesterday, and she just kept losing her flow. And I wasn't quite sure what was going on. And eventually she said, look, I'm really sorry. She said, I keep losing my thread. And there goes another one. But she said, there's these things flying around your room. Have you got something reflecting? And I said, no, not at all, no. And the more she looked, the more she could see these orbs flying around. And there was a red orb, that was down this side. And there was one that did a zigzag, like almost like lightning. And I just saw the path it had trailed through rather than the actual orb. And so it was a completely new foreign experience to her, and she was just so enthralled by watching these orbs. And I do kind of take it for granted because I see it all the time and I just sort of go, oh, and there's another orb. And I don't really bat an eyelid. And I think I'd not really ever given too much thought about what it must be like for the person that's on the other end of the Zoom call, because it probably is new to them. So I just wanted to share that with you. Another way of seeing orbs is if you go through your photographs. You may not have seen it on the actual camera when you took the picture, but when you look at the picture, you can see the orb. And so, for instance, not long after my father-in-law passed away, every time we took a picture with his grandsons, there would be loads of orbs there, and it was him coming in to say hello. It was like he was photobombing every single picture. And so that was him coming in to say hello and to let us know he was around us and that he was close by, which is really lovely. So when you get your pictures, have a look at them and just look for the orbs. You can just sit with a cup of coffee and call in the energy and ask for the orbs to come in around you. If you can see them with the naked eye, then brilliant, but you might need to just set your video on your phone or your iPad or whatever computer, and then just, you know, sit and look or play it back and see if the orbs show up. And they will be different sizes, they will have different colors, they will move at different speeds, they will all be individual. So, you know, don't expect to get the same thing twice, okay? So I hope that gives you a bit of an understanding of orbs. It is a natural phenomenon, so don't be freaked out about it, and just know that they're always around you, even if you can't see them, all right? So have a great day, and I look forward to being back with you soon. Thanks.